Hello and Happy New Year to you and your family. It's 2022, and for my first video of this year, I want to teach you about New Year's Eve and New Year's Day vocabulary and expressions. There are many specific words and expressions that go with this time of year, so I want to teach you them in a fun way. All right? So for the words, I've got 6 words, and I'm going to give you a hint, a little question about to get you thinking about the word, and then afterwards I'll tell you. For the expressions, that's the second half of this video. I'm just going to tell you the expressions. All right, let's get to it. Here is word number 1. All right, what do you call the light show in the sky at midnight on New Year's Eve? Do you know? It starts with the letter F. All right, write that down. See how many you can get right out of 6. Here's number 2. What do you call the usual alcohol that people toast the new year with? They put alcohol in a glass and cheers to the new year. Do you know that kind of alcohol? It starts with the letter C. Number 3, what do you call the promise that people make to change their lives at New Year's? All right, when a new year happens, many people want to change something and make the next year better. So they make a New Year's and it starts with the letter R. All right. Now you've made it this far. What I want to do now is give you a secret code. What are these secret codes for? Well, my regular students know, but if you're new, what you're going to hear is 3 secret codes in this video. Just send me a message, a direct message on Instagram at Teacher Joe Crossman. Then I will send you a message back with some more material to help you learn English. All right? So, the first secret code is, I want to be healthier in 2022. All right? Let's keep going. Word number 4 is, what do you call the small pieces of paper that often fall on parties at midnight? The first letter is C. Okay? Number 5. What is the traditional song that is played at midnight? This one's a little tricky. It starts with the letter A, but there's 3 words in the title of this song. Might be difficult. You might learn a new word. And here's number 6, the last word in our quiz. What do couples do when midnight comes on New Year's Eve? It starts with the letter K. And I think maybe you know. All right? So, do you know all those words? I'm going to give you the answers now. All right? And you can check to see if you're right. But we're only halfway through the video, so don't quit on me. So number 1, the light show is called fireworks. Okay. Number 2, the alcohol people drink at New Year's is champagne. I know not everybody drinks alcohol, but you still can learn the vocabulary. All right. Number 3, the promise that people make to change their lives is called a resolution. New Year's resolution. Number 4, the pieces of paper that fall, that's called confetti. Confetti. Number 5, the traditional song that people sing at midnight is Auld Lang Syne. I don't know if you know it or not, but you can look it up. May old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind. All right. I'm not a very good singer, but that's the tune. All right. And the last word that has to do with New Year's Eve, what do couples do at midnight? They kiss. All right. All right. I think maybe you guessed that one. Now, let's move on to the second part. But before we do, here is the second secret code. Joe usually goes to bed before midnight. All right. Now, here are some common expressions. All right. Not just words. These are expressions or phrases that have to do with this time of year. The first one is at the stroke of midnight. So old clocks used to have, bells inside, and midnight, the bell would be struck. Ting, ting. All right. So at the stroke of midnight means when it is midnight. So that could be for any night, but especially midnight is important on New Year's Eve. Okay. The second expression is, it's connected to that, ring in the new year. So at midnight, lots of bells will sound, and you ring in to welcome the new year here. Happy New Year. Number 3, this expression has to do with New Year's, but also it can be at any time you make changes. Out with the old and in with the new. So we're getting rid of the old year and the old habits, and we're welcoming in a new year with new habits. So we say this. But you can make changes in your life anytime, and that could be with your TV. You get rid of an old TV and get a new TV, or you get rid of an old boss and get a new boss, right? We use it anytime things change to a new way, right? Hopefully the new way will be better. The next one, watch the ball drop in Times Square. So Times Square is the big important square where they party at New Year's in New York City, all right, in Manhattan. And on top of one of the buildings, there's a big pole, and it has a crystal ball, a big shiny ball at the top. And when they do the countdown for the year, 10, 9, 8, that ball slowly comes down. And when it reaches 0, the ball is down, it drops. And there's fireworks and Happy New Year celebration and Syne, and everybody's cheering and kissing and toasting. Okay? That's what we mean when the ball drops in Times Square. Next one, make a toast with a glass of bubbly. So to make a toast, that means you hold up your glass, and it could be with any kind of drink at all, and you say just cheers, or you toast to someone's health, good health to you in the future, or Happy New Year, okay? And a glass of bubbly means either champagne or some kind of sparkling wine, okay? That's very common. All right, and the last expression to do with New Year's Day is take the polar bear plunge. So polar bears are those big white bears that live in the north, up in the Arctic. Okay? And they swim in freezing water. They don't mind. So some people, some crazy people, they like to jump in ice cold water on New Year's Day to celebrate the new year, to bring in the new year. I've had some friends do this, but I've never done it. I'm not going to do it. But it's called the polar bear plunge or the polar bear challenge. All right. Now we're almost finished. Here is the third secret code. Remember to send them all to me. And the third secret code is, I don't like freezing water. Okay. So now you know all the vocabulary and all the expressions and phrases. If you want to study some more, I'm going to put a link here so you can click on that and keep learning. Or when you do, you can see me, different beard, maybe not wearing a hat, I'm not sure. But the most important thing is that you keep learning. I want this year to be the best year ever for you. All right? By the way, what do you want to change this year? See ya.